Okay, guys, it's time to talk about my channel. It's been a year, almost a year. I started my channel at the beginning of 2025 in January, and now it is December 31st of 2025. So it's about to be almost an entire year of me having uploaded to YouTube. My channel is just a sack. I have 110 subscribers with 136 videos. 32 of those videos are shorts, and the rest 102 videos are just me playing games or even talking about my experience on YouTube, which is exactly what I'm doing today. The point of my channel is to talk about PlayStation games, like to play them and to experience them, especially because there's a lot of games that I grew up with that I really cared about and really appreciated, and that nostalgia I want to share with other people. So my goal is to go back into the past. It doesn't have to be PlayStation. It can be Nintendo DS. It can be Xbox 360. It can also be modern games. The goal is to share the feelings of nostalgia, of community, of loneliness, of being essentially a human being. So yeah, basically what you're seeing here is exactly what I do, which is just playing video games and just letting people watch me play video games. Not reinventing the wheel, not doing anything special. I, I like literally doing pretty standard stuff here on YouTube, and I say that because I want to paint a picture that when I came onto YouTube, I really did come as someone with very someone pretty normal. Like, I'm comfortable being in front of a camera, sure, but at the same time, I don't have any real editing experience or YouTube experience. I've never really been into content creation before this year. Which is exciting because when I first made my YouTube channel, I wasn't expecting to really see any views or subscribers. I wasn't really sure what was going to come my way, honestly. And I was just kind of experimenting and trying a lot of different things, which is why you would see that my channel is all over the place, because I didn't know what I was doing. I was just experimenting and trying different things. And honestly, I found a lot of things that I liked, a lot of things I didn't like. So let's talk about it. First of all, I want to talk about what led me to create my channel. I created my channel because I got burnt out with my actual career. I'm still have my full-time job. I'm still doing things outside of YouTube. I'm still need to pay my bills. And at the same time, I get tired of that. Right? I was exhausted from constantly being stuck in the workplace, and then just going home and then just feeling sorry for myself. Like this feeling of like, man, like I really should be doing more with myself, but I'm not because I don't know what to do, right? So I started experimenting with different hobbies and nothing really clicked. And then even if they did, I still had so much more free time that I just didn't know what to do with. And I just kept asking myself, like, I could do more, but what is that? I think things finally started clicking for me when last year I started watching a YouTube channel called Fit X Fearless, which is essentially just a channel where people try to talk to this YouTuber Fit about their personal problems, about things they want to improve themselves on, blah blah blah. We have different values, but the idea of someone who wanted to improve themselves and do better, I related to. So constantly watching people get advice about like, hey, these are ways you can improve your life, and seeing them make all these excuses, somehow I related to that. And when I realized that I related to them because I was also someone making excuses, I felt frustrated. And so I decided like it was time to put on my paper bag and make my own YouTube channel, because I didn't have excuses, right? I had a PlayStation 5 which could record all my gameplay for me as well as my audio. So all I had to do was just take the PlayStation 5, record on it, and then move it to my Mac so that I can edit it. So I was literally recording on a PlayStation 5 and then uploading to my MacBook where I would edit on iMovie, and that was a horrible experience. And then that was it. That's my channel. So then that led me to do this thing where I would mainly play Batman. Like I was really focused on playing Batman. And I also came up with this idea called a saccade, where I essentially just am making a playlist of different games that I would demo. So you can see I started off by numbering them, and eventually I realized like this numbering stuff doesn't matter. And then I just kept going and uploading random games, like just different unrelated games. And the idea was that I'm demoing them. So this gave me an opportunity and an excuse to experiment with a lot of different games. And I'm glad I did that because if I had just purely stuck to Batman, which I'm not that passionate about, I even made a video saying I hate it, but I don't hate it. I actually really do like the game. Um, I would have been frustrated because I was stuck with like no views and no engagement, and I just didn't know. It got 95 views, but ignore that. Those were just like people clicking and then unclicking. But yeah, like I wasn't really getting all that much engagement on these videos, and it really meant that I had to find ways to actually engage an audience and, you know, being able to play other games that weren't just Batman gave me an opportunity to explore YouTube, to understand what works and what doesn't work, what works for me and what doesn't work. Because sometimes I would do this thing where I would try to play the whole game and make a video essay of me having played the game, and then just like pretty much just do like a montage, like video essay of me, my experience with the game. Now I am more focused on just playing games and showing my experience with the game, like showing raw experiences with the game, and sometimes maybe cutting things out because honestly, I just don't always have a lot to say. Um, and sometimes I still feel awkward, and it's hard. And that's why I enjoy YouTube, because it's forcing me to get out of my comfort zone and try new things. And that's why I'm very excited for my experience on YouTube, because it's giving me a journey to follow. Because what I did from there is pretty much upload one video every week. Sometimes for a while it was 3, and then I reduced it back to 1, and then I switched to 2 because I wanted to upload more than 1 video a week, but 3 actually turned out to be a lot. And the reality is that I've spent from anywhere from 8 to 20 hours outside of work trying to upload just YouTube videos. And it's pretty much just become a part-time thing I do. Sometimes because it's a lot of fun, sometimes because I really like seeing the numbers go up, sometimes because I'm just bored and I just want to engage myself a little bit and be like, hey, I'm actually doing something here. You know, my time isn't just going to waste. So there's a lot of different little things that are going on in the background, and you know, it's messy. But here's my channel today. Here's like some things that I've noticed, that I've been thinking about, that like stand out to me. For example, my thumbnails, I just didn't even know how to do them. I would add like a little, my mascot, the little paper bag, just a Saki, onto my thumbnails, and I kind of maybe paste them onto the characters, sometimes next to the characters. I really didn't know what to do there. And then I realized that the easiest thing for me to do was just paste them onto myself, like just put my whole body into the frame. And this made making thumbnails so much easier. Again, no experience on YouTube, so then making thumbnails was miserable. You can see all my thumbnails now have me in the middle, usually wearing the same shirt from that video. All of these thumbnails, by the way, I make in Canva. Again, no experience, no Photoshop. And these, by the way, I was making on my iPhone with a freaking finger, drawing in the sack picture. And as you can see, he's very poorly drawn in because I was using my dirty little fingers to draw him in every time. Fun fact. Okay, let's move on. My most popular video is ironically the first time I talked about myself on YouTube and making a channel in 2025, where I just pretty much talked about whether it's luck or skill. My thoughts is still that it's just a matter of putting in the time. And then other than that, it's like ranking videos, and now Pokemon. Like Pokemon just like flew to the top out of nowhere. I don't know. I didn't expect that to happen. It's just what it is, right? It's like I found that ranking videos work. I found that Pokemon works, right? I found that Marvel Contest of Champions work, bro. Like what? But it's not quite there for me. You know what I mean? So I'm still exploring and trying new things. The last thing I just wanted to acknowledge is the elephant in the room. Why do I do this? Or like, what is my goal in all this? I think at the moment, it's just to give myself a sense of fulfillment from like the idea that this could go somewhere, the idea that this could become a job, the idea that I could make money off of this. But at the same time, I don't know if that's realistic. the problem is that I truly have spent a lot of time on this channel making videos every week, and sometimes that's extremely exhausting and tedious, and other times I just don't know if I'm doing too much, like if I'm making too many videos too often, or I'm making too, or I'm still not doing enough. Like maybe I should try streaming, maybe I should try TikTok, which I just made an account, but I'm not sure we're quite there yet. And it's hard because it's like there's all these things I could do, and then there's the things that I'm doing, and it's like I don't want to get too caught up in all the noise. I kind of just want to make sure. I think at the core of it all, I want to make sure that I'm having fun, right? Especially if I don't even know if there's any guarantee I'll ever make money off of this. The least I could do is have fun with it, right? But let's talk money. Screw that. Let's just talk money, bro. Screw everything I'm talking about. Here are my YouTube analytics specifically for like if I ever want to get ads on my videos and pretty much become a YouTube partner. Um, I need 1,000 subscribers, bro. This number is so steep, bro. And I'm at 10%, bro. That feels good. I'm not gonna lie to you. After a year of not knowing what I was doing, that's really cool. Great, right? And then this is the number that's killing me is I need watch hours, not views, watch hours to get to the partnership as well. So 4,000 watch hours, I got to almost 200 hours, right? But the point is, if I get caught up in the numbers, I'll be exhausted. Like it's just if I'm doing it for the money, it's just not worth it. I could easily make more ranking videos, but I don't want to do that. I just want to have a good time with this channel, and I'm hoping that I can find a personality on YouTube through Just a Sack that like connects with people that people actually want to see. But for now, I'm like a sack in a different sense. You know what I mean? Like the kind of mid sack, where I just don't know what I'm doing. But that's okay. Like I feel good about that. Like I feel good not knowing because I'm excited to try more new things. But at the same time, I want to start throughout the next year, hopefully finding more of a consistency in what I'm putting out. Like a good pattern of videos, right? And I'm excited to see that. If I had to say I have a goal, it's not to get to 1,000 subscribers because that's still pretty far out by the end of next year, but maybe 500, you know, like, but that really depends on how consistent I am and whether or not I feel good about it. Again, it's hard. It's one video every week is a lot to do. It's a lot to ask. I'm a human being at the end of the day, and I can't control what's going to happen next year in terms of every other aspect of my life. This one has been relatively stable. Thank God. But we don't know. So for now, I'm just gonna call the video there, and I appreciate your time for watching. This was fun. I like talking about these things sometimes. So subscribe if you do too. And I hope if you haven't started something in 2025, you should do it in 2026. I'm not saying start a YouTube channel, but I am saying, you know, whatever thing you want to take a risk at doing, just do it, bro. Like the more you delay it, the worse it gets. And that's literally why I created my channel, because I was delaying. I never really thought it was gonna be a YouTube channel, but like it was always in the back of my head. I had dreams about these things. Okay, so it's cool to be saying, it's cool to say that I'm actually doing it, and I hope that's motivational to someone. But yeah, that I'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.